Check, check, check. Okay. Turn that down a little bit. Hey, everybody. Oh, I forgot to connect this cord. Happy Tuesday. I know it's an off day for us. Non-typical stream day. Okay, great, that works. I'm just going to give it a little bit of time before we actually get going. I need to update my slideshow. I'll put that on my to-do list. My to-do list is 1,000,000 trillion miles long, unfortunately. But I'm going to do it right now while I get us situated, which I am excited for today. Last week when I was teaching, we started to do some work on some bigger back bends, like some foot grabbing, some quad stretches, some king pigeon. So I was like, I kind of want to continue that work. So we're going to be doing lots of back bends. Update site with events. That's one thing I majorly need to do. I need to update my website. Damn. Hi, Nicolette. Good morning. Hi, Tawny. Oh my God, I'm so glad you're joining a live class. What? Hi, Violet. Or is it Violette? What do you prefer? Okay, I'm making a Post-it note. Post-it notes save my life every day. Okay, update site. Oh my God, is this the sticky side? Son of a bitch. Okay, you know what? I gotta redo this. I gotta put it on the correct sticky side, everybody. Okay, here we go. Round 2. Update site with events. Like I mentioned, if you are in my Patreon and you got my hey, welcome to class, here's our link and here's my upcoming events, which I try to do every Monday. I was a little blown away by my own my own schedule. Update OBS with flyers. Boom. Stick it on the computer. Shazam. Yeah, my plan for today, I don't want to go the full hour. If you're expecting an hour class, I'm sorry. I feel like most people would prefer a shorter class anyways. Again, I'm still going through a training at one of my new jobs and I'm meeting with my person today and I just want to work on a couple things before I shimmy over there. So it's my plan to go until, well, it's 10 o'clock here, so like about 10:50 and then close up shop. How does that sound? Okay. Today's class won't be super intense in terms of strength, but will be a little intense in terms of stretching. So please be really mindful. as we go through some of these things. The props we're going to be using are blocks and potentially a strap, especially if reaching back and like grabbing a foot is something you want to go for today, but you know you're tight. Having a strap really helpful, okay? So if you have things like lots of laxity in your joints, if you have like EDS or things like that, just be really mindful, right? Yoga is great. It can be very prescriptive in terms of, you know, people will be like, oh, just do yoga, you'll be great. But also, you know, things can happen when you overstretch and overdo things, okay? So be a good little practitioner and take care of yourself. Okay, let's do the thing, shall we? I'm going to transition over to my other camera. Yep, I've got my other lights on. Okay. I'm also going to take this music all the way down. So if you prefer to work with music, you can just throw on your own playlist, okay? I believe in you. You'll do great. Right. Let me just have this chat up in the corner so I can see it. Oh, son of a bee sting. I just clicked something stupid. YouTube Studio, go to the live, go to this thing. Okay, it's back. Lovely. Hi, Yasna. My darling. Okay. Yeah, this looks good. I'm gonna just pull this all forward a little bit. TBH. Okay. So again, if you're just popping on, I've got strap. I've got blocks. We are going to get started in a kneeling position. If you feel a little sensitive being on your knees, you can also come to like a seated position, or maybe you just need a block underneath you. I also need some hydration real bad. Okay. We're going to start with some breath. Dropping into the present moment with yourself, with your body. I know anytime I have really big to-do lists, a lot of things to accomplish, a lot of places to be, I tend to deprioritize things that can be helpful for me, things that make me feel more rooted and grounded as I go through what I'm going through. So perhaps this is a moment where you remember to prioritize you and celebrate that. We'll go for one more round of breath here. And breath out. All right, let's just roll out our shoulders. Picking them up into the ears and bringing them down our backs. Good, now keep those shoulders rolled down and back. Bring your hands onto your heart space. Pull the flesh of your heart down and lift your throat up. Good, you can just stay looking up or take this like very slight side to side action so that you're stretching out your sternocleidomastoid mastoid. This has become an increasingly tight part of my body ever since I started doing a lot of inversion training. And having openness through your neck and throat is really nice to have. I'm not going to say it's an essential, but nice to have when you're working into some back bends. All right. Let's bring ourselves back to a neutral position with the head and neck. Wow, I really needed that. All right. And we'll come forwards onto all fours, tabletop. Now, if your knees needed a little break from that, you can take some pedals here, extending out one leg and the other, giving your calves a little stretch too. I'm like, as a matter of fact, let's just all do that. Okay. Now let's meet back into our tabletop or quadruped position. And I want us to push into the mat, round and contract, and work chin towards your chest. Good, reach your heart space forward. Inhale, breath, even reach through the chin. And then exhale, round and contract. Let's come into a neutral spinal position. We'll center our left hand a little bit more and reach your right arm straight out, or if you can manage, up towards the ceiling. Hips can bump a little bit out to the side. I'm not too worried about that. Let's thread our needle. So right arm goes underneath you. Shoulder and ear are going to come down to the floor. Left hand can be in front of your face or reaching up and overhead. Now, when I'm extending my arm up and overhead, I do like to come onto tented fingertips. So that just means you're up on your fingertips. But at the same time, I'm trying to roll my armpit to face down to the floor. That way, I'm getting a nice stretch into my lats and into my armpits. All right, let's return left hand in front of your face. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling and spin open into a modified side plank. Now, if you just happen to have really long femurs or just body proportions where you could benefit from having a block under your hand, make it happen. Let's circle out through our right wrist and reverse. I'm just going to remove my block because I was doing that as an example. All right, now let's take some arm circles. So all the way down and around. And reverse. Oh, shoulders are crunchy. Okay, now let's reach our right arm back behind us. We're going to try to balance, so extending and lifting our right leg. Great, let's try to bring our heel towards our seat, capture the top of the foot. Give yourself a quad stretch first, so try to pull the heel towards your seat as close as you can. Good, and then let's kick away, opening up the front line of the torso. Here for 3, God, that feels so good in my shoulder. 2, and 1, bring yourself back around. Okay, we're gonna do all that on the other side now. Left arm is going to reach straight out or up towards the ceiling. And then let's thread our needle. Left arm goes underneath you. Shoulder, ear to the floor. Right hand can stay in front of your face or extend up and overhead. Really nice. Let's bring the right hand back in front of your face. Open up left arm towards the ceiling, spin open into your modified side plank position. Same thing, if you need that support with the block under the right hand, make it happen. We started with our wrists, so take your circles. And reverse. Okay, big arm circles. God, I didn't realize how tight I feel. All right, reverse, other way. And the next time the left arm sweeps back, let's float up the foot. Now, either you're just gonna work on your balance right here, because this is a challenging shape on its own. Or you bring the heel in towards the seat, capture the foot, go for your quad stretch. So you're not trying to create space, you're trying to pull the heel towards your buttocks. All right, let's kick back, open up. Modified partridge position. 3, 2, and 1. Let's release. Bring everything back down towards the floor. Let's also give our forearms a stretch. I need it desperately. Flip your hands. Feel that little lean back. All right, now let's tuck our toes, sit the hips back towards the heels, and then push yourself into a standing fold at the back of your mat. Hang heavy, it's our first major hamstring moment here, so if you need to, you can swing and sway, bend into your knees, just anything that's gonna help your body feel a little more acclimated to being in this position. All right, let's go soft knees. Roll yourself all the way up to standing. We'll reach our arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, breath. And with your exhale, take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, and touch your palms together. Now, if getting chest expansion is just not happening for you today, this is gonna be one of your first exercises where you use a strap. So you can take that strap right between your hands here. Okay, now let's lift up through our chest. If you can, straighten through the arms and take the hands off of your seat or low back. Forward fold, let's bring it back. Okay, a little addition here. Let's bend into the left knee, straighten out through the right leg, open up chest to the right-hand side. Nicely done. Let's switch sides. Don't mind that extremely loud crack from my knees. I am rickety today. Okay, we're gonna come back to center. Release the hands down. We'll lengthen out in our spine into a halfway lift, and then exhale, fold forwards. Now let's walk it forwards into a high plank position, top of a push-up, and then pike back into your downward facing dog. Push through the arms, feel that stretch into the shoulders. Again, maybe a little sway from side to side. Okay, heels come high, knees bend deep, see the front. Travel to the front of your mat. You can go traditional or hip width distance. Traditional just means feet are going closer together. Halfway lift, inhale, breath, lengthen through the spine as much as you can, and I mean it, from top to bottom, really extend the butt back. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up to standing, inhale, breath. Lengthen through the tailbone, exhale, bring hands to heart center. Now stay right here. Take a moment to breathe, feeling the connection of the pelvic floor engagement, the low belly engagement, the solar plexus, and then just that slight drop of the chin so that the back of the neck is long. In our yoga practice, this is known as our Mahabandha or master lock. Again, with your inhale, reach the arms up. And with your exhale, forward fold. Hinge from the hips, work your way down. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank position. Let's move through our first chaturangas. If you're taking them, glide forward, knees can touch the floor, bend the elbows. Upward facing dog. And exhales, downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna go again, but we're gonna add on a good amount to each of these flows. Lift your heels, bend your knees, see the front. Travel to the front, stepping or hopping halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise to standing. Inhale, breath. With your exhale, bring hands to heart center and lift up your left leg, so balancing on your right foot. Now you can also keep the toes on the floor and just have a high heel for this. Open up the hip out to the side, stay. Or grab for the foot, place it to the inner thigh, inner calf, tree position. 3, 2, and 1. Let's release that foot, bring it all back down to the floor, and let's do the same posture other side. Either high heel on the right or lifting up the right leg. Open up out to the side. Keep it there or go for your Vrikshasana tree position, side 2. Try to keep the tailbone long even though the knee is out to the side. Good. Let's bring it back to center and lower the right foot down. Sweep the arms up, inhale breath. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from the hips, work your way down. Halfway lift, breath in. Every time, intentional through the entire body. Step back, high plank, chaturanga. Upward facing. And exhales, downward facing dog. All right, lift up the heels, bend the knees. Maybe on this one you want to take a hop to the front. Halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Rise to standing, inhale, breath. And with your exhale, bring hands to heart center. Balance on the right foot, lift up your left. Great. Now, on the other side, we just went this simple kind of 1-2 out to the side. On this one, we're gonna move through some hip circles. So taking the left leg all the way around and back. We're gonna do 3 more. 2. And 1. Keep the leg behind you. Capture the top of the foot. Find a quad stretch. Lengthen through your tailbone. Good, we got 3. Last 2. And 1. Bring the left knee now in front of you. Either support the underside of the leg, or if you're feeling a little more advanced today, the front of the shin. Try to lift up your heart space. Give yourself some back bend time if you're feeling extra, extra fancy. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the left foot down. Let's switch. Lifting up through your right leg, hip circles. Nice and controlled. We got 2 more. Good. Next time the leg is back, capture the top of the foot, quad stretch. Good. Now let's release it. Bring the leg in front of you, either underhand onto the hamstring or grab for the front of the shin bone. Lift up. Good, trying to elevate through your heart space. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the foot back down. Great job. Let's reach our arms up. Inhale, breath. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, plant your hands. Maybe you hop back on this one. Landing in your mid plank, upward facing dog. And with your exhales, downward facing dog. Now let's take some more activity through the spine. We're gonna do 5 high plank to down dog rolls. Your inhale pulls you forward. Your exhale sends you back. Good, 2. Last one, let it pull you forwards, and with your exhale breath, lower all the way down to the floor. Let's work some cobras. Widen out your feet, a little more than hip width distance. Tops of the feet are onto the floor here. Hands are by your side. Feel the tailbone go long underneath you. Now peel up your head, peel up your heart. Elevate. 3, 2, and 1. Relax down. Good. Hands can stay, hands can work back. Peel up head, peel up heart. Push into your hands, come up about halfway. So there's still a bend in your elbows. Your shoulders aren't in the back of your neck or the back of your ears. You're trying to pull everything down. Stay for 3, stay for 2, and 1. Come back down. Good, hands can stay where they're at or go back a little bit more. Peel up head, peel up heart. We're gonna go for that full cobra. You can push straight through the arms. Same rules apply. We're not wearing our shoulder earrings. Pull down, pull away. 3. Good, 2. And 1. Bend the elbow slightly and bend your right leg. Look over your right shoulder, back at your foot. Lengthen, come back through center. Same thing other side. Bend into the left knee, look over the left shoulder and back through center. Try to stay up. I know it's a lot. See if you can bend both of your knees. Toes come together. Bend the elbows more. Look up at the ceiling. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Release it all down. Push up and back. Child's pose position. Long through the arms. Lengthen out through the back. Really nice. Okay, let's walk ourselves back towards our knees. Adjust them so that they're in a neutral parallel and come up to a kneeling position. All right, hands are going to come to your low back. Let's open up just a little bit more. Push the hips forward, fingertips point down, lift the chest. You're not sliding back just yet. We're gonna work a little camel. Good, now I'm keeping my gaze forward for right now. Hold for 3, last 2, and on 1. Hands can stay or they can slide down the backs of your thighs towards the backs of your knees, and you can open up chest, throat. Now let the hands reach back, find the heels, push the hips back forward. If you need it, you can come onto tuck toes. That can make things a lot more accessible. Hold 3, 2, re-support the spine on 1, and bring it up. Good, round and contract for a moment. Hands on your knees, hands on your knees, hands on your knees. And then bring yourself back to neutral. Tuck toes, push yourself back. Give yourself some nice roundness. And then let's roll ourselves all the way up to standing. Really nice. Okay, friends, let's take a little walk to the front of our mats. Right foot is going to stay. Left leg is going to take a big step to the back. We're in a high lunge position. So you're up on the toes. If at all, this shape becomes very difficult for balance, because it just happens. You can put the heel down and essentially be in a warrior 1 shape. I'm fine with that, okay? Make it work for you. But if possible, coming up onto the toes, okay? Now we're gonna hold this position, get nice and long through the front of our body. Take your arms up, breath in. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Reach the arms back behind you. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep back. Good, one more time. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, sweep back. Now take the hands to heart center. Inhale, breath. Exhale, twist, left elbow to your right thigh. Try to rotate and twist, either looking in the direction your heart is pointing or trying to look up towards the ceiling behind you. Stay for 3. Good, last 2. And 1. Let's lower the left knee down. Keep your twisted position here, untucking through your back toes. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Push through the front leg straight and center your torso. Left hand is going to reach back for your left heel. Reach the right arm up and back behind you. Breath in. With your exhale, bend into your front knee. Adjust. Your left hand can be on the ground for this one. We're coming into a grounded warrior 2 shape. Good. Side angle. Elbow can be on thigh as the left arm reaches high. Inhale, find your reverse. And with your exhale, lengthen out through the right leg, work your way into gate position. Right hand down, left arm high. Stay for 3. Good, last 2. And 1. Let's return both of our hands to the floor. Square up your back leg, heel toe the right leg more to the side. Now bend into your front knee. Let's take a moment in a nice big active lizard lunge. For some folks, you may want to come down to your forearms. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Step the right foot back. Maybe you roll through an ekapada, upward facing dog. And with your exhales, downward facing dog. Now lift the heels, bend the knees, travel to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bring it all the way up to standing. Hands come through heart center. Balance on your left foot. Step your right foot back. High crescent, other side. Again, same notes here. Your right heel can be on the floor if you need a little more balance. Try to keep some length into the tailbone. I'm actually going to take a moment here and grab some water. Anybody else have a codependent relationship with their water bottle? All right, hands come up. With your exhale, sweep the arms back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep back. One more time. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, sweep back. Now bring the hands to heart center, breath in. Exhale, twist. Right elbow to your left thigh. You can look, again, same direction that your heart is pointing, or try to peek over your left shoulder. Take an inhale breath. With your exhale, lower the right knee down, untuck the back toe. Potentially a deeper experience through this twist. I know for me it is. 3, 2, and 1. Come through center, lengthen through your left leg. Reach the right arm back for your heel, left arm up and over. Really nice. All right, let's bend into the front knee, come through center. Left hand can support you as you adjust the right leg. Grounded, warrior 2. Left toe still facing the front. All right, let's work to side angle. Right arm works high. Now let's lengthen through the left leg. Left arm reaches up and back. And with your exhale, gate position, left arm down, right arm high. 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself back to square center. Widen out the other side. Active lunge position, lizard style. Maybe that looks like forearms to the floor. Good, let's hold. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Walk it up onto your hands. Left foot steps and extends back. Upward facing. And exhales, downward facing dog. Again, lift the heels, bend the knees, travel to the front. Halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Rise all the way up to standing. Take your breath in. And with your exhale, bring hands to heart center. Sit back into a chair-shaped position. Bend into your knees, sit the hips back. Now you can stay right here as is, or you can start to pulse with me. Just a little hip, a little gluteal activation, because why not? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold low, sit a little bit deeper. 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold. Let's grab up our straps since we all have those. And we'll bring ourselves all the way up, bringing the strap in the hands for just a little bit of shoulder flossing. Now, while I'm trying to shoulder floss, I'm trying to keep my ribs in check as best I can. Excuse me. Good, you can also take yourself off to the side, kind of around in a big circle. And reverse. Nicely done. Now, we're gonna work a little bit of dancer's position before we get into these next parts. So if you know you wanna work dancers with your strap, then keep the strap, right? If you know you've got dancers without needing the assistance, then you can just toss that strap to the front. All right. Know also you can use a wall, a bar, or something to help you balance here. Okay, so right foot is your foundation, left heel is gonna come in. Now, we're gonna go thumb back, palm open. Not internal, but externally rotated so that we can capture the inside of our ankle. All right, now I like to start with a really long tailbone, focusing forwards and keeping everything squared in, almost like I'm squeezing a little ball between my thighs here. Right arm reaches up, breath in. Exhale, kick the foot into the hand and start to kick up. Now, once you're all the way kicked, that's when you can start to hinge forward a little bit. Maybe you want to adjust your grip lower. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring it up. Left leg in front of you, again, underhand grip or front of the shin. Option to take this further and go for your Padangusthasana A or hand to big toe pose. Great, out to the side, you want to take it to your B. Nice, taking it back to center, perhaps a little pistol, because I want to keep my pistol skills up. All right, let's lower the left foot down, shake that out a little bit. Whew. All right, let's go for the other side, shall we? Left foot stays to the floor, right leg is going to lift up. All right, now once the heel comes towards the seat, external rotation, so thumb is working up, palm out. Once you're squared off, tailbone nice and long, start to kick. I know that feels like oxymoron, but it helps you get into a better position. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring it all the way up. Shin in front of you, give it a grab. Padangusthasana A. Good, Padangusthasana B. All right, extra scary spooky time, pistols. And then release that foot down. Oh, good job, shake that out, everybody. Maybe you also take a little water here. Oh no, I'm running low. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna go through some of our last major shapes here, which is going to start to include you know, some reach backs, trying to grab for some feet in some lunges. Again, do as much or as little as you want. Just a reminder of what we already agreed on. Okay. Let's take ourselves back into downward facing dog. Hands on the floor, feet step back. Let me control my hair. Settle in, take a breath in and a breath out. Let's lift up our right leg. Nice big split leg position. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more. Let's step through, working into your low lunge, grabbing your blocks, knees to the floor. Now we're gonna push it a little bit here. I know knees to the ground typically is associated with like taking it easier, but I want you to push yourself a little bit here. So maybe that means blocks further back, heart space open. Take a breath in. Exhale, lengthen through the right leg, hamstring stretch. Forward, open. Exhale back. Let's go one more just like that. Open. And hamstring stretch. Now listen, you can stay right here in this version of your hamstring stretch, right? Maybe you want to go back to sitting on your heel with your butt, or if you want to go into deeper hamstring variations, like more splitty, then make it happen. I like to always start kind of in this like 3/4 shape, really working on my squareness first. Good, wherever you're at, think nice and square. Last 3, last 2, and 1. All right, let's push. Bring yourselves back in. Meet me in a lunging position. Rise up, high crescent shape. With your exhale, let's take it into open twist. Right arm back, left arm forwards. Hands through heart center, work into your lunging twist. Now you can stay right here. Work half bind, work fully bound. So that left arm internally rotates, threads underneath your thigh, and the right arm is going to find the other hand. Stay for 3. Last 2. And 1. Let's release. Bring you all the way up and around, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, find your side angle position, full extended. And exhale, bring it back to Vira 2. Inhale, reverse triangle, lengthen through the right leg, right arm up and back. Exhale, triangle position, right arm down, left arm high. Stay, last 3. Good, last 2. And 1. Let's return both hands to the floor. Heel toe this right foot wider. Back into your lizard lunge moment. Now here's where the options are going to start to come in. Knee can lower down. Heel can come towards your seat. You can reach back with your right hand and try to grab for the foot. Maybe the left forearm comes down. You open up your chest and wing the right leg out to the side. So when we wing, that just means I'm rolling to the pinky toe side edge of my foot. Hold last 3. Last 2. Really nice. Last 1. Let's release. Hands come down to the floor. You can step back with your right foot, move through your ekapada like you've been doing. If you have a much more advanced practice and you're itching for like some inversion time, you could, step forward, work a handstand press to take you through your chaturangas. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. All right, other side. Left leg lifts, knee to nose. Leg lifts, knee to nose. One more time, knee to nose. Step through, low lunge. Blocks, knee down. And on this one again, like I mentioned, we're trying to go just a little bit harder through the flexibility portion, okay? We're really trying to work towards those maxes. Oh, my throat. All right, now the next time you're in your hamstring stretch, I want you to stay here. Maybe you sat back towards the heel. Maybe you slid the foot forward. Again, let these blocks help you stay in your square shapes. God, hamstring feels so tight. I feel it all the way down in my toes. All right, let's pull ourselves out of here. Oh. All right, we'll come up into our high lunge position. Open up your twist, so left arm back, right arm forwards. Hands through heart center, right elbow to the left thigh. Good, you can stay here, working half or full bind. All right, let's release, bring you all the way up and around into your warrior 2. Inhale, find your side angle, full extended. And exhale, come back to 2. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, Trikonasana, left arm down, right arm high. All right, let's return, both hands down to the floor. Heel toe, the left foot out wider, working into your lizard and its variations, right? So again, going for a moment, maybe in your active. And then we'll lower the right knee down, bending into the right leg, reaching back and trying to capture your foot. Now, I added on a lot of little layers here for myself. Layer 1 I added coming down to my forearms, Winging out through my left leg, opening up through my hip and my chest. Wow. All right, let's release. And you can head back, right, left leg extending back. I pressed at the front. So feet forward, lean into my fingertips. All right, let's walk to the front, hips down, feet together, knees wide. Sit up nice and tall. And with your exhale, fold forwards. Time flew real fast. All right, let's bring ourselves up. We're going to take a quick little twist. Both knees over towards your left. Right hand onto your left knee, and you're looking over your left shoulder. If you want, you can take this left foot, placing it into the hip crease of your right leg so that you're in a half lotus. If you're going for that half lotus, left hand can bind around you, and you can grab for your left big toe. Breaths in and breaths out. Now let's release, come all the way through center, and we'll work the other side. The reason why I really love this twist is it sometimes gets into my hip flexor, and I really appreciate that about this twist. Now, if you did work your half lotus variation, last 3, 2, and 1. Let's release. Come back through center. Untangle your leggies and sit up tall. Every time I get to drop into this practice, I'm able to drop into a strength and a presence that's very hard for me to access in other ways. And for that, I'm really grateful to my teachers and their teachers before them. Thank you, friends, for joining me, for allowing me to teach you. If you can, taking, these 5 minutes or 10 minutes after our stream to take a little meditation time. A proper shavasana is what's standard in our yoga practice. Thank you guys for letting me teach you. Oh. Always amazing to have you guys. I just want to go over our schedule really quick this week and also share with you guys a little costume progress if you're down. Let me move this light over here so I can have some better light source. So Wednesday we'll have our typical class where I, do our little reset. So it's like stretch, myofascial release, foam rolling, ball rolling, all that good stuff. Thursday morning, so a half hour earlier than what this class is at, I'm going to be teaching a pretty basic, at least drill-wise, belly dance class for my Patreon members. And I'm going to be teaching a very short section of my Sol choreography, which is the choreo I am performing this weekend and all the way through to June. Really, really fun. Here's the costume progress, my friends. We had to do a little switch up of the skirt, but I'm really stoked with how she's coming out. So, top, of course, Toxic Vision, Doi. Got this belt mounted and done this weekend. This skirt, I had my other skirt, but she just wasn't showing enough skin, you know what I mean? So I opted for this other skirt I have. I don't even think I've even performed in this skirt, TBH. Isn't that a shame? I just have all these costumes I haven't done shit in. But hip cutouts, really nice. And then this gold panel in the front, which I think catches really nicely with this. It's not the same gold, but still really nice. Butt chain in the back, fits perfectly, hugs the little hippies. I think it'll be nice. So I'm very excited. Was working on my choreo this morning and going to try to get it nice and polished up. I have a feeling it's just going to be a work in progress though, because I'm such a perfectionist. She's so cute, that outfit. I'm so excited. It's so freaking cute. My friend Meryl, my bestie, let me borrow this hairpin for it. Look how freaking sick that is. So tons of jewelry, tons of different stuff going on. Gonna get really chonked up in there. Super chunky arm pieces. Yeah. Thank you. I know when I put everything on with the other skirt, which is gorgeous, also same brand, Melodia, it was just lots of coverage. And I was like, I'm doing a fetish event. I just want to show a little more flesh. I need my flesh out. So I was like, okay, hip cutouts, and it's got a slit in the front. I'm like, that'll do it. That's what I need. You're gonna look at me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tani. Yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah. So the choreo that we're learning is, again, it's this song called Sol by Guns. And then I'm gonna perform that at my first show Saturday, and then the second show, I'm gonna do that same Sol piece, but into 9 Inch Nails, Head Like a Hole. So 8 minutes straight of dancing. I'm a little stressed out, TBH. I'm feeling a little overstretched right now. I wish I had an extra day, because the day before I'm literally going to a wedding and I'm like, oh my God, I agreed to this. It's fine. It's gonna be great. I'm a professional. I'm gonna be just fine. But yeah, gorgeous. I'm excited. Oh! Well, I hope I see you guys. I hope I see you guys later this week. Schedule next week might be similar. I might need some time on Monday, just guessing on how stretched I feel already this week, but I'll let you guys know as soon as I can based on how I'm feeling. May has turned out to be a crazy month. I have to go. Yes, thank you, Tani. Will you be sharing? Yes, I will share it after. Thank you for the class. Yay, thank you. Yes. As soon as I get videos and stuff, I'll share them with you guys. I always like to do that as quickly as I can. Well, have a beautiful rest of your week. Hope to see you guys tomorrow for our reset, the following day for dance class. That'll be fun. And yeah, if not, then I'll see you guys next week. Wait, so Thursday is not at 12? No, Thursday will be earlier in the morning, 9:30 for us. Nicolette, I know it's early. That's just how it has to be on Thursday, unfortunately. Or does it have to be? Or am I doing it later? I don't know. Right now, I have it on the schedule at 9:30 in the morning. I know it's early as fuck, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, babies. Love you all so much. Arg. Nicolette's like, you bitch. Changing up your schedule again. I'm going to kill you. Yes, my lovelies. I will see you guys next time. I know, I'm sorry, Nicolette. It's just been lately. I just have been having crazy shit going on. I'm sorry, I love you. Forgive me. Forgive me, I love you. Have a great week, everybody. Yes, yes, you too. Oh, kisses. Yes, and Nicolette, I might have made a mistake, so I gotta just double check, because originally I was doing the dance class on Friday, because it has to be at 9:30 on Friday, so maybe I'm making a mistake. I'll figure it out, and I will let you know ahead of time. Ah, you have Coven Wednesday night. Shit, okay. Let me look at my phone. I'm like, is there a reason I did that? Okay, yeah, there is a reason I did that. Yeah. Yeah, I have this event. That's why. That is why I have a private event, 12:30. I'm sorry, Nicolette. I love you. I'm sorry. I could push it to like 10 to 11. Would that work better? What about 10 to 11? I can do that. Because then, yeah, that would give me an hour and a half to get there. That could work. Okay. 10 o'clock. Okay, good. Nicolette's in. 10 o'clock a.m. I will update the troops. Okay, love you all so much. I gotta go. But I'll see you guys next time. Next time. Love you all so much. All right, lovelies. See you.